Montgomery, Lake, out of 4. The Jason Dunn Memorial takes the green. Michael Lake leads us down the back chute into 3 and 4 on lap number 1. Yellow flags out there, stacked up in turns 1 and 2. We've got Dylan Cece down there, Jason Dobson and Dylan Fenton. So, Montgomery, Lake, the Jason Dunn Memorial takes the green. Ryan Montgomery will lead us out at 2. Michael Lake's got a good run down on the bottom. Door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel through 3 and 4. Lake's got to run down, though. They get a little squirrely out of 4. Left one goes to Ryan Montgomery. So right now it is Montgomery, Lake, Emery, Buzel, Eck. Katie Schaefer got up on the wall big time there down the back chute. Michael Lake trying to reel in your leader, Ryan Montgomery. Michael Lake working that bottom side. And we have got John Rosevich parked in turn 3. So the calm before the storm out of 4. We are back underway. Out at 2, it's Ryan Montgomery. Michael Lake has the upper hand over Tyler Emery down the back chute. Lake working that bottom. He's going to get underneath Montgomery. Does he have a run for him? It's still Ryan Montgomery over Michael Lake. Here comes Michael Lake, Ryan Montgomery faster, and we have got a car. That is Todd English. Todd English parked on the inside berm there in turns 3 and 4. Yellow flag back out on the speedway. Todd English parked on the inside berm there in the middle of turns 3 and 4. So Ryan Montgomery's going to lead us back to green, and we are back underway. Ryan Montgomery's leading us. Here comes Andy Buzel. Oh, and we have got Kenny Schaefer and Dave Stamp. Kenny Schaefer and Dave Stamp parked together there in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Rolling into the Jay's Automotive starting zone. We are back underway. Rolling into 1 and 2. Ryan Montgomery, Michael Lake down low. Michael Lake's got a good run down low in that number 27 machine. Door to door, Hoosier to Hoosier down the back chute. Michael Lake's got the upper hand. Michael Lake gets squirrely in the middle of 3 and 4 out of 4. It's still Ryan Montgomery. Ryan Montgomery leading us. Michael Lake knocking on the door. And it is barely Ryan Montgomery over Michael Lake. We have got a barn burner here at Bradford. Oh, Michael Lake gets a little sideways. He regains. Ryan Montgomery going to pull away. Michael Lake coming right back. What a battle going on here at Bradford Speedway. Ryan Montgomery holding off Michael Lake. Michael Lake's got a good run, but Ryan Montgomery's a little better. Montgomery now going to pull away from Lake. Tyler Emery's got to run on Andy Buzel for 3rd. Doug Eck going to work battling with Logan Zarin. Door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel, that battle for 5th. Zarin gets the upper hand over Eck. Good battle for 5th. Michael Lake starting to come back for the lead. Here comes Michael Lake. Does he have enough? He's staying right there with Montgomery. Montgomery has had the upper hand all race long, but Michael Lake staying right there with him. At the line. Change my words. Michael Lake to the lead. New leader. It's your points leader. Michael Lake now going to pull away from Montgomery. Michael Lake now going to pull away from Ryan Montgomery. Michael Lake has made it a comfortable lead over Ryan Montgomery. Right now it is Michael Lake, Ryan Montgomery, Andy Buzzell, Tyler Emery, Logan Zarin, your top 5. Michael Lake putting that 27 machine in cruise control. Halfway for Michael Lake. Andy Buzzell trying to make up ground on Ryan Montgomery for second, not having much luck. Right now, it is all Michael Lake. Boy, he had to work hard to get to the front, but once he got there, he said, see ya. Michael Lake going to be approaching lap traffic here soon. A 2.71 second lead for Michael Lake. Michael Lake. Tyler Emery working on Andy Buzzell for third. Make it a 3.53 second lead for Michael Lake. Let's see. 3.51, Montgomery barely shrunk it there. Tyler Emery has got a run on that high side. Working on Andy Buzzell. Watch that battle for third. I think Tyler Emery's about to have something. Buzzell and Emery working, reeling in Ryan Montgomery. Here comes Tyler Emery. Man, Andy Buzzell doing a great job of holding off Tyler Emery. And Tyler Emery's rolling around this track. Michael Lake going to work on Dave Stamp. 5 laps remain. 5 to go for Michael Lake. He will get past Dave Stamp, put him a lap down. Andy Buzzell getting the better of Tyler Emery. 4 laps to go for Michael Lake. Michael Lake looking to extend that points lead tonight. As Tyler Emery and Ryan Montgomery are right there knocking on him for the points lead. He will take the popsicle sticks next time by. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps remain for Michael Lake. Coming out of 4, white flag in the air, final time around for Michael Lake. Working down the back chute, into 3 and 4 for the final time. The checkered and striped suede. Michael Lake wins the Jason Dunham Memorial. Ryan Montgomery second, Tyler Emery third. Andy Buzzell fourth. Dylan CC rounds out the top 5. And I am going to go down. I will go down to close racing supply victory lane to catch a word with Michael Lake. He gets the Jay's Automotive checkered flag. Climbing out of the car, give it up for your winner, Michael Lake! You know, this one tonight, this did not come easy. You know, Ryan, he was tough early on. You know, a lot of early cautions. You really had to work to get by him, but once you got by him, you were gone.
Yeah, I mean, I knew we had a good piece. Is it working? And you know, I don't know. We just we fought a lot of uphill battles these past couple years, and you know, it's been a long time coming, and luckily we just had the piece to be able to do it.
You know, you're having a great season with ULMS this year, you know, being the point leader, and you know, you come out, get your first ULMS victory. Is this weight off of your shoulders?
Oh, for sure. You know, we've always wanted to run this deal, but here lately, like I said, we haven't had the best of luck, and we just finally said we'll bite the bullet and try it. And you know, Trevor's putting on a great deal for all of us to run, and you know, now we're on to the next. We finally got one off our shoulders, and we're going to keep going.
Yeah, you know, they say that first one is always the toughest one to get, but you know, let's rewind back. You know, you were having a little trouble getting by Ryan. You know, he was pretty tough early on. What kind of changed that? Because you know, you got by him, and once you got by him, it was no contest after that.
Yeah, I mean, I knew we had a better car than he did. It was just about being patient. You know, the track had a lot of character. There was a rut getting into 3. If you hit the slime wrong in the bottom, you know, you'd skate up, and he ended up doing that the one lap. And I mean, I was just trying to pace myself. I was there if he messed up, but you know, I wasn't going to push the issue.
Who all do you want to thank on this 27 machine?
I got to thank my grandfather especially. You know, with everything that's happened, it's been freaking tough. But you know, without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at. All the crew. We had a guy come up to help us for the weekend from down southern West Virginia, and you know, during the week, it's just me and my main guy Drake, and you know, he busted his tail, and I'm just happy we can get one for all the guys there, and you know, all the sponsors, BLM, D&M Truck Repair, K2 Engineering, Base Racing Fuel, Gary's Auto Sales, Matt Logan with ML Shocks, Bill Steen, Longhorn. They built a really good piece. And, you know, Bill Schleeper with Pro Power, he gives us a great power plant. And we had one get hurt on us a couple weeks back, and, you know, he got it turned around in 2 weeks for us so we could get back here to race with you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for him once again. Your winner of the Jason Dunham Memorial, Michael Lake. We're now going to get a quick word with second place finisher Ryan Montgomery. Man, Ryan, you know, you were close to having this one tonight. Early on, you know, you were the car to beat early on. You were super tough. You know, you had to work through a lot of early cautions. You know, what happened out on the track tonight?
Yeah, I just, you know, just tucking that bottom like that. You know, it's I didn't really have the right rear stick that I needed, so I was kind of slowing myself up a good bit, and you know, it just made the carburetor stumble a little bit, and I goofed up down there in 3. And but I think Mikey had the class of the field. You know, he kind of drove away from me, which we had that first initial start, and he got me on that first initial start, and so I had to regame plan myself there. But you know, he was the car to beat, I think. So for having carburetor issues, I think that second place is good. We'll head to McKean tomorrow, you know, and hopes to do one spot better. Definitely got to thank Montgomery Homes, Newland International Sales, Bomax Equipment Sales, Jarcode Trailer Sales, K2 Engineering, Rod Johnson Construction. You know, everybody that helps me go up and down the road. You know, I really, really appreciate them. Race Carpet, you know, all those guys that help our team go up and down the road. It really means a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher, Ryan Montgomery. Now going to catch a word with third place finisher, Tyler Emery. Tyler, you kind of came to life late there.
Yeah, I mean, this is a weird little place. It's definitely it, and yeah, I don't know. You change everything on the car, and it really doesn't feel that much different. And then you just try and figure out how to drive it here. But it was fun.
Yeah, a fun night here at Bradford. You know, coming off of a championship a year ago, you're right there in that battle. You know, you think as the months roll on, maybe you could catch Michael, make it I mean, it's already a close battle, but make it very interesting at the end.
Yeah, we'll try to. It's tough racing Ryan and Michael. I mean, they love these little dirty tracks, and it's just not what I grew up racing. So it's been a learning curve for me last year and this year. So I guess we'll definitely get our practice in.
Who all you want to thank on the 72?
Oh man, everybody. Pete and Mary Cameron, my dad, Roland, Lisa Mann, Danny, Kristen, my wife, Jeffy, Casey, Dirt. There's so many people to thank, but Joe, and you know, we obviously can't do without all our sponsors, and you would just like to thank all of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, your defending series champion and third place finisher tonight, Tyler Emery.